Your gut bacteria are literally starving right now. And because they have nothing proper to eat, they've begun feeding on you instead. This isn't just a dramatic saying. It's actual biology happening inside your body every single day. When you don't give your inner ecosystem the right fuel and environment it needs, those trillions of microbes stop helping digest your food and instead start breaking down the protective mucus lining of your own intestines. This hidden internal damage is often the real reason behind that constant brain fog you can't clear, the stubborn bloating that makes your favorite clothes feel tight, and the crushing fatigue that turns a normal 3 p.m. into what feels like midnight. In today's video, I'm sharing 5 powerful, science-supported natural strategies that will help you remove harmful bacteria, repair and heal your gut lining, and finally reactivate your body's built-in cleaning system. Once you do this, you can experience a whole new level of steady physical energy and sharp mental clarity that you may not have felt in years. Let's start with the first mechanism, something that almost no one in the wellness world talks about, yet it might be the most important internal cleaning tool you have. It's called the migrating motor complex, or MMC for short. To understand why this is so crucial, we first need to fix a big misunderstanding about how digestion actually works. Most of us picture the gut like a non-stop conveyor belt. Food goes in one end and keeps pushing everything forward. But that's not quite right. Your small intestine actually operates in 2 completely different modes: eating mode and cleaning mode. When you're eating or digesting food, your gut focuses on breaking down and absorbing nutrients. During this time, the deep cleaning process simply cannot happen. The real thorough cleaning only begins once the last bits of food have been fully processed. This is where the MMC comes in. You can think of it as your body's internal street sweeper. It creates strong, wave-like contractions that move through the small intestine, sweeping out leftover food particles, bacteria, and cellular waste, pushing everything down into the colon where it belongs. But here's the key rule. This street sweeper only activates when the street is completely empty. Your stomach needs to stay empty for about 90 minutes to 2 hours before the cleaning cycle even starts. Once it begins, the full cleaning wave takes roughly 90 minutes to finish. The moment any calories, even something small like a handful of nuts or a detox drink, hit your stomach, the cleaning cycle stops instantly. In our modern lifestyle, we're constantly grazing. Breakfast, mid-morning snack, lunch, afternoon coffee with sugar, dinner, and then a late-night treat. Because we never truly stop eating, the cleaning crew never gets a chance to do its job. The result is devastating. Without the street sweeper running, bacteria start to build up and stagnate in the small intestine. This causes excessive fermentation, uncomfortable bloating, and a condition known as SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Basically, the trash keeps piling up because the sweeper never gets to work its shift. The solution isn't another pill or expensive supplement. It's simply giving your body enough space between meals. Studies show that leaving 4 to 5 hours between meals, with no snacking in between, allows the full cleaning cycle to complete properly. It's literally about doing nothing. Next time you hear your stomach making those rumbling noises and you're not actually hungry, remember, that sound is often your internal street sweeper doing its important work. By simply closing the kitchen between meals, you give your digestive system the chance to repair and reset itself naturally. Now that we've created space for cleaning, let's talk about the residents living inside your gut, the second key mechanism. We are home to trillions of bacteria, and for the longest time we treated them all like enemies. Today we understand they're more like the living soil in a garden. If the soil is poor and lifeless, nothing healthy can grow. But when the soil is rich and diverse, everything thrives. The biggest mistake most people make is trying to fix their gut with a generic probiotic pill. It's like throwing a few seeds onto bare concrete. Without the right environment, those good bacteria simply can't take root and survive. The most powerful way to improve your gut environment is by increasing diversity. A groundbreaking study swapped the diets of rural South Africans, very high in fiber, low in fat, with African Americans eating a typical Western diet. In just 2 weeks, the group eating the high-fiber rural diet experienced a dramatic drop in inflammation markers. Why? Because dietary fiber is the primary fuel for beneficial bacteria. When you eat plant fibers, they reach the colon where good bacteria ferment them and produce powerful compounds that reduce inflammation and help repair the gut lining. But different bacteria species prefer different types of fiber. Some love the fiber found in onions, others thrive on the fiber in walnuts, and some need what's in raspberries. One of the largest studies ever done on the human microbiome, the American Gut Project, discovered that the strongest predictor of a healthy gut wasn't how much fiber you ate, but how many different plant species you consumed in a week. The magic number they found was around 30 different plants per week. That number sounds big, but it includes everything: fruits, vegetables, herbs, spices, nuts, seeds, and legumes. It's about the variety and width of your diet, not just eating large amounts of the same few foods. Eating a giant bowl of broccoli every day only feeds the specific bacteria that like broccoli. But if you eat smaller amounts of broccoli plus carrots, pumpkin seeds, fresh cilantro, and black beans, you're nourishing a much wider, more resilient ecosystem. A diverse garden naturally crowds out the weeds, the harmful bacteria. The third mechanism is all about timing. We usually obsess over what we eat, but when we eat can be just as important. Your digestion follows a natural daily rhythm, just like your sleep-wake cycle. Your body is far better at processing food earlier in the day. Insulin sensitivity and digestive enzyme activity are highest in the morning and afternoon, then drop sharply after sunset. Think of it like a factory. The day shift is fully staffed and running at full power. The night shift is a minimal skeleton crew. When you eat a big heavy meal at 9 p.m., you're giving a massive workload to a crew that's already off duty. Food stays in your stomach longer, blood sugar remains elevated, and digestion also demands a lot of energy. If your body is busy processing food late at night, it has less energy available for deep restorative sleep and cellular repair. There's also a strong connection between your gut bacteria and sleep quality. Certain beneficial bacteria help produce serotonin and melatonin, the chemicals that regulate sleep. Eating late disrupts their natural rhythm, which in turn disrupts your sleep, creating a vicious cycle of poor sleep, sugar cravings, and worsening gut health. The solution is time-restricted eating. This isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your metabolism proper rest. Try to keep your eating window to 10 or 12 hours. For example, only eating between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. This simple shift aligns your meals with your body's most active hours. It gives your gut lining time to regenerate overnight without constant digestion, and it clearly signals to your body, now is the time to repair, not just process food. The fourth mechanism has nothing to do with food. It's about the wiring of your entire system. You can eat the most diverse diet and perfectly space your meals, but if this one connection is disrupted, digestion will still suffer. I'm talking about the vagus nerve. The gut and the brain are directly linked by this major nerve. It's a two-way superhighway. However, the flow of traffic is heavily influenced by your stress levels. Your nervous system has two main states: fight or flight, stress mode, and rest and digest, relaxation mode. You cannot be in both at the same time. When you're stressed, whether from running from danger or just worrying about emails and news, your body diverts blood flow away from the digestive system toward your muscles. Digestion becomes a low priority because survival comes first. That means if you eat while anxious, rushing, or distracted by your phone, you're essentially eating with the power switched off. Stomach acid production drops, gut motility slows, and food sits there fermenting instead of digesting, leading to gas and bloating. Real digestion actually starts in the brain, not in the mouth. That's why the healthiest, longest-living populations treat every meal as a calm, relaxed experience. It's not just cultural, it's smart physiology. A very simple and effective trick is to take 3 slow, deep breaths before your first bite. Make the exhale longer than the inhale. This directly stimulates the vagus nerve and sends a clear safety signal to your brain. Within just 30 seconds, your body switches back into rest and digest mode, dramatically improving how well you process that meal. Finally, the fifth mechanism is about stopping the things that are quietly destroying your progress. We usually focus on what to add: more vegetables, more water, more supplements. But in biology, removing the harmful elements is often far more powerful than adding good ones. We are constantly exposing our gut to chemicals that act like bombs against our microbiome, especially unnecessary antibiotics and environmental toxins such as pesticides. Antibiotics can be life-saving in serious situations, but when overused for minor illnesses or consumed through non-organic animal products, they act like a wildfire. They wipe out both bad and good bacteria, and it can take months for your microbial diversity to recover. Pesticides sprayed on conventional crops have a similar damaging effect when we eat the residues. We're basically swallowing small amounts of weed killer that disrupt our internal garden. Even tap water is often treated with chlorine to kill bacteria in the pipes. While that protects public health, drinking chlorinated water throughout the day introduces a constant low-dose antibiotic into your system. The solution here is protective. Choose organic versions of the Dirty Dozen, the produce that holds the most pesticide residue, such as strawberries, spinach, and grapes. Use a good water filter to remove chlorine. By reducing this daily chemical burden, you allow the other 4 mechanisms to actually work effectively. When you put all 5 together, you get a complete philosophy for lasting gut health. Imagine your body as a house. You can't keep it clean if you're constantly dragging mud inside, if you never let the cleaning crew work, and if the electrical system keeps short-circuiting. True healing doesn't come from fancy detox teas. It comes from respecting how your body is designed to function. Respect the cleaning crew. Space your meals 4 to 5 hours apart. Enrich the soil. Aim for 30+ different plant foods every week. Align with your body's clock. Stop eating late so overnight repair can happen. Fix the wiring. Take a few deep breaths before eating to activate digestion. Stop the daily attacks. Filter your water and choose cleaner produce. The incredible thing about your gut is how forgiving it is. The cells lining your intestines renew themselves every few days. Most people only start paying attention once the symptoms become unbearable. But real power lies in prevention, in the small, quiet choices no one else sees. It's the choice to wait an extra hour before eating, to pick variety instead of convenience, and to pause for a calm breath before your next meal. These seemingly tiny actions add up and create real resilience. They don't just help you live longer. They help you live with energy, clarity, and comfort every single day. If you found this helpful and want to go deeper into how all these systems work together for your overall health, make sure you're subscribed. There's much more coming. I'd love to know in the comments, which of these 5 mechanisms feels like your biggest weak spot right now? Let me know below, and I'll see you in the next video.